What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Roddy Rig Show. This is part 2 of the $700 BMW restoration project. I left off where I took off the manifold and I ended up breaking that check valve. I don't know if you guys remember, but I woke up this morning and I looked on the LKQ Pick Apart website and I saw that they had a couple 330i's. So I decided to go and just pick up a new check valve. So we're just gonna install this real quick and finish up installing that manifold, bleed the coolant, and see what else is left for us to be able to run this car. So starting off, we're removing the clamps from the old hoses to get the broken parts out of the check valve from the top hose and from the bottom hose. Funny enough, this was probably one of the hardest things to actually achieve, was take off the check valve. I ended up cutting my finger pretty bad and getting blood all over the place. We achieved it nonetheless, and as I put the new check valve back on, I did have to use aftermarket clamps. Moving on to the intake manifold, I forgot to tell you guys, but I also got new bolts from the junkyard because originally my intake manifold was missing 3. Unfortunately, one of the studs on stud number 2 was stripped, so that has to be rethreaded. To finish mounting the intake manifold, don't forget to put the 16mm bolt back. 2 T40s go right here to mount the idle control valve. Everything from here forth is pretty much easy. No major difficulties arise. 4 10mm bolts on the throttle body, and to avoid any vacuum leaks, make sure you install a new gasket. I'm pretty sure you guys could tell, but I'm kind of new to this. Recording myself and posting it on YouTube so everyone can see. So I apologize for any of the bad angles I might have captured trying to film this. Now for the spaghetti. You got 3 mounting points on this bracket. One is a 10mm bolt and the other 2 are 2 10mm nuts. Once you tighten those up, then you can start stretching out the wires to the corresponding plugs. This makes it easier to verify which connection goes where. Moving on to the front of the vehicle, make sure your routing of these wires are correct. Otherwise, it could hang and hit the clutch fan. Could potentially rip out your wires. Quick tip: before tightening the clamps on the inlet boots, set them up in their preordained position so that you can make adjustments before tightening up the clamps. Trust me, having to come back and do adjustments after being clamped is not fun. And with the quick installation of the diesel valve, we're almost completely done with the intake manifold. I had also almost forgot to put back the 19mm bolt on the battery cable that's connected to the top of your intake manifold. And just like that, we're moving towards the front of the vehicle once again. I totally forgot to put the clutch fan back on, and as an afterthought, I had to slide it in through the bottom of the radiator shroud. Now I'm just filling it up with coolant, and I'm about to start the bleeding procedure. I also got new cabin air filters, but before installation, I had to clean up a bunch piled up. And with the help of my older brother, we were pretty much ready to install the new cabin air filters. The hard part was trying to figure out which way it went. No instructions were provided. The air box was actually broken, so it was kind of hard trying to get the inlet to connect to the box. So far I had no leaks, so the next thing to do was take it on test drive.
And it's at this moment I found out that one of my angel lights had gone out. Everything was good. Now for a quick view of the car. As you could tell, it does have some paint damage. And the paint doesn't look too bad on the camera, but up close you could tell it needs new paint all the way around. Also needs some tinted windows, and it does have a dent on the passenger door. Moving on to the interior is my favorite part of the car. All the leather is still in very good condition, and all the cushion is plush. The rear seats are pretty much immaculate.
Yo, what's up, guys? So as you guys saw, the car is running good now. I bled the coolant. All the codes are erased. I had a secondary air pump code going on, and after doing all this work, I saw that I had a ripped hose in the back. So I fixed that hose, made sure I plugged it into the sensor in the back of the manifold, and we're good. No more codes. Will pass smog for sure. So one thing that did just happen recently was my door handle broke. So today when I was at the junkyard, I actually picked up another one. I think it was like $5 or something. So I'm gonna fix this real quick because it is annoying reaching out the window to open my door. You know, it's a little bit embarrassing, but it's an easy fix. I'll do it right now.
Mine was a T30, which is funny because when I pulled it out the junkyard, it was actually a Phillips screw. Which is right, which is wrong, I'm not too sure.